Hi, and welcome to this week's topic of intuition. So, we have worked up from the ground all the way up to the third eye space. And previously, in our second chakra, or the topic was emotions, we did talk a little bit about intuition based on those emotions. So now when we're talking about intuition in terms of the third eye chakra, what we're actually looking at is internal perception, internal wisdom, internal guidance. So our physical eyes are outwardly perceiving, and this third eye is inwardly perceiving. So thinking about our intuition in this way would cause us to question or just get curious about our belief systems, our perceptions, our narratives that might be blocking that vision. And this can be a really beautiful sort of way to get into svadhyaya or self-study. And we're coming from a little bit of a higher place as it is almost to the top of the chakra system. And next week we will be doing the seventh chakra or the crown chakra and a full body flow. So today for our Vinyasa flow, we will also be doing a pretty basic flow, but we're bringing all of our awareness to the third eye center and also doing a few exercises where we massage this area with props and hands, etc. So please bring 2 blocks with you to your mat, and that should be about it. If you have not liked this video, please do so, and also subscribe to my channel. I can't wait to see you on your mat. Please begin today in a child's pose. Grab a block if you did bring one to your mat. We're going to place this block right underneath the third eye center. If you don't have a block, you can also stack your hands and place those underneath your brow. I like to take a wide stance in my child's pose. And of course, you can also place a block underneath the bottom here. We're going to take some deep breaths to start our practice. And if you chose this video to really get your body moving, don't worry, we will get a little bit of a sweat on, but in the meantime, it is so important to start our practice with breathing to open up the body and bring our awareness back into the body. If you want to roll a little bit on that third eye center, feel free to do that. Awakening that intuition. Last breath here, let's breathe in through the nose and sigh it out. Crawl your hands back up to the knees. Place your block again at the top of your mat. We'll use that a little bit later. And let's sit into a cross-legged position. Place the hands at the knees and just take some Sufi grinds here. So we're just rotating in a circular direction, almost like a cat-cow, but in a circle and from obviously a seated position. And as you're doing this, try to keep the direction of your third eye pointing in front of you. So the head is maintaining pretty still as possible. And just picture this light emanating from the third eye center, or just from the forehead. And then let's reverse this. Good. Couple more. Always moving with the breath. whatever pace is good for you. No need to follow my specific pace. And back to center. And then just go ahead and roll over your knees. We're coming to a tabletop position. Find flatness in the hands. And then inhale, shine the light of your forehead forward, arch in the back. And then, like you want to turn into a Halloween cat, shine that light between the legs. Do a few on your own breath. Remember that this practice is not about me telling you what to do, but just giving you an opportunity to come into your own body, your own practice. So if at any time nothing or something doesn't feel right for you, feel free to skip it or modify in whatever way that you need. Beautiful. Find that center tabletop. Let's take 3 wag of the hips, just for fun. And then bring those hands a little bit forward. Tuck into your toes and come into downward facing dog. Feel free to keep the knees bent throughout all of this video if you want. Just find a little bit of movement here, warming up. Notice the direction that your third eye is pointing. Find length in the spine, length in the neck. And then walk those hands back to the feet. You're in a forward fold. Feet can be any distance apart that you like. And we'll take some spinal rolls here. So place the hands at the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And again, shine that light forward from the forehead. And exhale, shine it back down between the legs. Inhale. Exhale. And then roll yourself up really slowly. Come to a standing position. I want you to inhale, bring your hands together in prayer, but place them at the third eye center. We'll just do a little bit of opening exercise here. So open up the arms, maybe look up, and then close back to the third eye. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Let's bring those arms up and overhead. Pick up your right toes. Take 1 step forward, 2 steps forward, find a lunge, and then drop your left knee to the earth. And then again, bring those hands to your third eye. Sinking into the hips. Good. Release the arms, grab onto your blocks. And again, bringing that attention to where is your third eye pointing. I like to keep my blocks a little bit closer to my heel versus my toes, and then I can stand up a little bit taller. Then we'll exhale, point your light facing your knee. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. Last one, inhale forward. Exhale, back. Good. Back to your lunge position. Blocks move back to the front. Tuck your left toes. Bring it up to a high crescent. Hands come to the third eye center. Bend into your left knee. Hop it forward and then bow into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, light shines forward. Exhale, drop the hands, bend in the knees, right and then left foot steps back. Meet in down dog or lower down to chaturanga, 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Walk your hands back to that forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Roll it up. Arms come overhead. Pick up your left foot. 1 step, 2 steps. Right knee drops. Hands to the third eye. Maybe you close the eyes. Feel into the body. Almost like there's a spotlight shining into each little pocket, giving you an idea of where you're at today. Release the hands, grab the blocks. Stay in this position for a moment, heart shining forward, forehead shining forward. And then exhale, shine that light to the knee. Half split. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, half split. Land back into this lunge position. Move your blocks out of the way. Hands come back to the third eye. Tuck the right toes. Crescent pose. Bend in the right knee. And step it forward. Dive it down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step left foot and then right foot back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Light shines up to that top corner of the room. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Wiggle it out for 3 breaths. Long spine. I want you to bend into the knees, look forward, step or hop into a malasana squat. Yogi squat, so we have our elbows at the insides of the knees, and feel free to set a block underneath your bum if you like. A little extra support. Three more breaths. And then drop the hands to the floor, straighten out the legs, bring the feet into hips width or touching. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll all the way up. This time we're going to go into eagle pose. So I want you to swing your right arm underneath your left. Hopefully I'm not going to squish my microphone here. And then we're twisting the arms. Pick up the right toes, set them over your left foot like you're crossing your legs. If you want to tuck your toes, you can. Sit back into a chair and then place your hands right at that third eye center. Pull your elbows into each other, pull your knees away from each other to get more activation. Sink a little deeper. And then pick up the right toes, uncross. Step it back into a crescent with Garudasana, eagle arms. And let's bow this forward, kind of like a humble warrior. And come all the way back up. Exhale, take it forward. If you need to flatten out the right foot to make this a bit easier to balance, go for it. And then let's release the arms. Bring them up and over your head. Let's take a half step up. Bring the torso forward, coming to pyramid pose. If you need to grab blocks, go for it. Really curving the spine, pointing the forehead towards the shin. Option to lift up your right leg, coming into a standing split. Bend into the right knee, touch into the left Shiva squat, and then extend back. Let's do 4 more like that. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it back to your pyramid. And then just set your right foot down next to your left. Place the hands around the feet. Right and then left foot or hop backs. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. And then come up to the top of your mat right away. Find your Malasana squat. 1 breath. Forward fold. Feet comes to hips distance or touching. Inhale, flat back. Fold. Roll up. Garudasana, opposite side. So we swing left arm under right. Left comes over right foot or leg. Sink it down. Shoulders away from ears. Unwind the legs. Left foot comes back. Crescent. And then we exhale, curve down. Inhale, come up. And we land back in that crescent. Unwind the arms. Bring it overhead. Bend into the left leg. Take a half step up the mat. Bring it down to pyramid pose. And if you want to bring this forward into your standing split, go for that. And then bend it in, Shiva squat. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. Step it back to pyramid. And then to forward fold. Blocks out of the way. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend in the knees. Step the feet back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's take 3 breaths. Good. Bend in the knees, drop them down. Keep those toes tucked. Walk your hands back. And let's sit up here. We're going to take this into a camel Ustrasana pose. So option one, no matter what you do, we're gonna have to come into a kneeling position where hips are over the knees. Bring your hands to your pockets, like you wanna stick them in your back pockets. Press the elbows together. Take your third eye and track it all the way up until you get to the ceiling. Lean back. You can go as deep as you want or as shallow as you want into this. You can still get all the benefits of the pose. If you want to go a little further, drop the right hand to the heel and then the left hand. And if it feels okay, you can drop the head behind you. Otherwise, just look down the center line of the body. And then lower the hips to the heels, or just walk yourself up if you did not have your hands on the heels. Find yourself back into this hero's pose. We can untuck the toes. Ground here for a moment. And let's sit off to one side. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Left foot touches the right leg. Janu Shirshasana. Sit up nice and tall. And then bring your head down towards the leg. Maybe for a little extra third eye stimulation, you can actually bring your block to your leg or onto the ground, depending on your flexibility, and just rest your forehead onto the block. Raise this up and let's switch to the other side. Lowering down. Roll yourself up. Keep that block handy. We're going to do one more. So please find your Baddha Konasana. So feet come to touch. Hold on to the feet or the ankles. Sit up nice and tall. Stay here for a moment. And then if you want to take it down, maybe you set the block onto the feet, or if your head can reach your feet, you can set your third eye there. I could stay there all day, but this was promised to be a fairly short video to hopefully fit in nicely with all your busy plans, if you have them. Of course, if you want a longer flow, you can always just repeat this video. So let's face towards the front of your mat. If you're not already, plant the feet down, extend the arms in front of you, lower it down one vertebra at a time, mindful transition into supine. Maybe you need to undo your hair. Whew, great work. So from here, last little piece, my favorite, bring your arms into a T shape or cactus. Bring in your right leg, extend your left, And then drop your knee over to the left. You can hold on to it with the left hand and turn that third eye to look towards the right hand side. Deep breaths. Roll back to center. And opposite side, right leg extends. Left knee comes in and crosses to the right. Look left. Roll yourself back. And then let's find our final Shavasana. You can take whatever variation feels good to you. Legs extended out is option 1. Option 2 would be Supta Baddha Konasana. So feet touch, knees open. And final option, especially if you have any low back sensitivities, this feels really nice, to just walk the feet out towards the width of your mat and then let the knees knock in together. Wherever you land, just take some deep breaths. Bring your awareness to that third eye center. Perhaps you envision a deep indigo blue. Supporting and nourishing your inner wisdom, inner guidance, inner vision. Unblocking those limiting beliefs that we all carry. Giving ourselves permission to walk forward in a new way, a new light. Stay here for about a minute before we close to integrate your practice into the body, mind, and spirit. And of course, if you would like to stay here longer, you can. And feel free to also follow this with my meditation video on the same topic. You will be beautifully prepared for that meditation. And if you're ready to come out, then you can just very mindfully and gently bring yourself up, taking care in those sweet moments of change and transition, practicing what we do on the mat in hopes of bigger change off the mat. And wherever you are, just bring those hands to prayer at the third eye one last time. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you in this practice. Take a moment of gratitude for yourself for getting to your mat today and making it this far in the video. I will see you next time.